So in Chiang Mai, it's been a few days since I posted, but there's a reason for it. I was in a scooter accident. I broke both bones in my left leg, tibia and fibia, which, yeah, is actually pretty impressive. But it wasn't under my own accord. I was kind of put into a bad place, but back up. Went scootering, went up to the mountains, went past the temple, just kept going. Met up with a buddy, had a beer, overlooking just the sights. Incredible. You'll see the pictures. Beautiful. Found a remote village, a little coffee place where they grow and grind their own coffee. Probably the best coffee I think I've ever had. Amazing. So take my scooter down dirt roads, down all these places, no problem at all. Negotiating traffic around town, not a problem at all. But I was about 3 blocks away, and something I would have never even anticipated happened. And I don't mean this negatively against any particular race of people, but these 4 Chinese people stepped out in front of me. They saw me. I saw them in my headlights, and they just stood there. They stopped in the middle of the road. I couldn't swerve around them because there was 4 of them. They took up 2 lanes of traffic. I couldn't get around fast enough. I locked up the brakes. I skidded the bike. I put my feet out in preparation to stop, but everything slowed down. My thought process, I just remember thinking, why aren't they moving? Why aren't they getting out of the way? And at the last second, I knew the only way to stop the bike was to lay it down. But since my feet were out, I pinched my left leg and broke both bones in my left leg. I wasn't even going that fast. I was almost stopped. If they had just moved out of the way, I would have been fine. But they didn't. And instead, they screamed at me in Chinese and left me in the middle of the street. They walked away. Just walked away. It's taken me several days to even comprehend what has happened. Like it just doesn't even seem human nature. Like everything just seemed counter human nature. But as a friend pointed out, Chinese culture, they sue. That's how they make money, is to step in the way and sue. People will actually back up and run over people and kill them in China just so they can just pay off the family. It's cheaper. I've heard about this, but it's something that never even crossed my mind. Thai people are very friendly, so incredibly friendly, but they do not like the Chinese. And I'm sorry if you're Chinese and you're listening to this, but this is true. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or mean. I'm sure there's so many beautiful, wonderful Chinese people, but this is a fact. And they left me in the middle of the road. Luckily, the Thai people, so friendly, helped me get off the road, helped me get the bike off the road. These 2 lovely ladies, as they're putting this, my splint on my leg, when the ambulance arrived, they were holding my hands and like just telling me it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. A gentleman came up with like an aroma, put it underneath my nose. He's like, just breathe, calm, calm. Another Thai gentleman looked at me. He goes, Chinese? And I went, yes. And he just shook his head. This is a common thing here. It's a culture shock. You hear stories and you hear these things that have happened, but you don't ever think that like it can't really be that true. They left me in the middle of the road with a broken leg after I tried to stop and not hurt them. They yelled at me and walked away. So it's taken me a few days to make this post because it's hard to even imagine that that kind of humanity even exists. It does. Luckily, everyone here has been very generous. Everyone's so helpful, and the more I tell the story, the more I hear stories back. This is not an uncommon thing. When the officer met me in the hospital, I told him the story, and he was like, okay. Like, it was believable. There was no question. And everybody from my doctors to the police officer to the scooter rental place all said the same thing. Hit them. That's their answer. Thai people, the most friendly people. I got my phone back. Their answer? Hit them. That's how bad this problem is. I still have a hard time grappling with this. Why are people like that? But I guess it's a different world in China. But I tell you what, I'm not eager to go to China at all. And everybody who's been to China says the same thing. They're mean, they're disrespectful, they don't care. This has been a huge culture shock. And I've got really good at scootering, but that was one thing I didn't anticipate. So it's cost me about 10,000 US dollars out of pocket. I had to do a 3-hour surgery. I had 2 surgeons and my gas surgeon and 5 nurses who worked on me. It took 3 hours. They put 2 plates and about 12 pins in me. It's going to take 6 weeks to recover. I'm going to pretty much just go down to Cambodia and hang out on the beach for a while. So there's not going to be hopefully too many crazy adventures between here and there, especially the next 2 weeks, taking it easy. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Sorry for the delay on the posts, but this has really kind of messed with my mind a little bit. And it's probably going to keep messing with me for a little bit. I guess all I can say is listen to the locals. When they say be wary of someone, be wary of them. And when they say hit them, hit them. Because in their country they would just try to sue. Here, they have no leg to stand on, literally, or they wouldn't. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But I'm doing okay. I'm limping around. I got my crutches. Came out of the hospital with my backpacks on. I was like, I gotta do this one way or another. So it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge for the next 6 weeks, but we'll document it all. And you know, anybody can backpack across Southeast Asia. It takes a unique individual to do it with crutches.